choose an everyday housefly to be the main character of The Wall They Could Not See. A few years ago, I lived way out in the country in an old farmhouse. On one side of me was a pig farm, and on the other side was where the pig farmer spread his pig manure. It smelled terrible, and as you can imagine, my house was full of flies. Well, one day I was in the kitchen, I heard the irritating buzz, buzz, buzz of a housefly. Quickly, I grabbed my fly swatter and was just getting ready to smash her when I thought, look at that poor, helpless housefly. There she was, buzzing frantically against a wall she could not see, when the door right next to her was wide open. A story began to form in my mind. I thought, I'm going to call that fly Mrs. Fly. And so the story begins. Let's see what happens. It was a sunny day, and Mrs. Fly was very busy buzzing here and there. Of course, Mrs. Fly never watched where she was going, and by surprise, she flew through an open doorway into a dark place. To her delight, she smelled something wonderful, and knew that she must have a taste. Whoosh! She felt a sudden breeze and heard a loud smack. Buzz, buzz, buzz. What was that? She asked herself, tumbling through the air. Straightening her wings, she began again. Buzz, towards the delightful smell. Ah, here it is, she exclaimed, landing on something that tasted very good. Whoosh, smack! There it was again. It knocked her to the floor. She got on her feet and saw something coming towards her, slow and determined. Mrs. Fly backed up. Two huge eyes glared at her. Whoosh, smack! Whoosh, smack! Whoosh, smack! Quickly, she flew beneath something very large. A single eye stared at her for a moment and then disappeared. What's going to happen to Mrs. Fly? Will the whoosh smack get her? Let's read a little further and meet a couple of her friends. A couple of insect pests that you and I wouldn't mind smashing. A wasp! A wasp! Shouted a voice. Shut the door to the utility room and get the spray. We have way too many bugs in this house. Oh no, whimpered Miss Butterfly. What have you done, Mr. Wasp? They are going to spray us with that poison. Oh dear, that is worse than the whoosh smack. What are we going to do? Did you fly back into the dark places where we came in? Asked Mrs. Fly. Yes, I did. I thought maybe there was another way out, answered Mr. Wasp. Was there? Fluttered Miss Butterfly. I believe the way out is not the way we came in, stated Mr. Wasp. The way out is in this room. There isn't a way out in this room, said Mrs. Fly. I have crawled all over the wall we cannot see, and there isn't even the tiniest of openings. They are coming with the poisonous spray, whimpered Miss Butterfly. I hear their footsteps. They will be here any minute. Not to worry, Miss Butterfly. The way out is in this room, said Mr. Wasp. We must be still, and then we will know. Know what? Asked Mrs. Fly. That soon we will be smashed? Oh, wailed Miss Butterfly. Who is in this room with these three insect pests? Will these buzzing friends be able to be still and find the way out? Read The Wall They Could Not See and find out.